Hi Scorpio, my name is Cam. Welcome to my channel. So today for your meditative session, I got the crone, number 6. What I'm intuitively getting is like you're just sitting, you could be a feminine energy that I'm talking to, or you could have opened up the feminine side of you, but you're feeling very comfortable in that feminine energy and that feminine side. I feel like this is someone who's just like very powerful at this time because they've kind of taken it's kind of the way they see themselves, right? It's you're only powerful if you see yourself as powerful. If you see yourself, tomorrow I can look the same as I look today, but if I feel like, oh man, today I look so good, then the whole, you know what I mean? It's like their energy within radiates without. And I feel like that's what I want to say with the crone. It's like an energy within that you've created for yourself, and now it's kind of radiating without. It doesn't necessarily mean like you're an older woman. I just feel like you're standing in your power, and your power is like very strong because you feel beautiful, you feel powerful. So you're stepping into that because that's the way you feel inside, right? So then it only makes you more powerful in the 3D because inside you're already saying, oh, I'm so powerful, I'm so beautiful. That's the energy that I'm getting today, Scorpio. Something else that I'm getting intuitively from this card that I just realized is the bottom of her skirt is part of the earth, and it's kind of reminding me of Venom. And I feel like the message with that is, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. It's like, how when sometimes we need, how like Beyonce, when she goes on stage, she becomes Sasha Fierce, right? She has like that ego, that like alter ego, which helps her because she says like in reality she's a very shy person. She doesn't normally, like, she could never do the things that she does, so she kind of pretends that she's somebody else or something to that effect. And that's what I'm getting like also with Venom. It's like there was an entity that like attached himself to Venom's body, and he was able to, like, once they became in union, they were able to work together to become very powerful, but they had to work in union together. And I feel like that's what I'm getting with your feminine energy, Scorpio. It's like you're learning how to create with that feminine side of you. Maybe it's something that you never had imbalanced, or you didn't really want to work on, or something like there was something about you not accepting it, and now you're accepting that side of you, that feminine like energy that you have, and it's making you like the crone. Like you're stepping into this energy and it's making you very powerful. So yeah, that's what I want to get. It's like now that you've allowed it to kind of become a part of you, and you've like mastered the feminine aspect of yourself, like you embraced it, right? When in Venom, if he didn't embrace Venom, like it would have killed him, right? He had to kind of like, they had to work together for them to both stay alive. And that's what I'm getting with this. It's like you had to work with the feminine energy so that you could flourish in this energy, so you could become like the crone. And it all had to do with the way that you embraced your feminine side. So yeah, Scorpio, what I'm getting intuitively from the cards is the fact that you've like embraced that aspect of yourself, and now you are sitting in like the crone energy, which is someone who is able to create with spirit, and someone who's going to be given a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances, like a lot of pathways, because of the way that you've been able to embrace this and how powerful you've become. So that's what I got for a meditative session, Scorpio. Let's pull some cards and see what we get. Okay, Scorpio, I'm getting two energies in this reading. I'm getting a masculine and a feminine energy. I feel like in the meditative session I was speaking to a feminine energy, but then again, we're all fluid and we all work with energy, so it could have been a masculine energy who's stepping into their feminine side. That's completely possible. So, but I am definitely getting like a feminine and a masculine energy here, like a feminine and a masculine. That was my last card. I also got the King of Water and the King of Earth. I feel like why we have two people here is because I feel like we have two people kind of mirroring one another, I want to say. Do you see here how, like, with a thought, there's someone staring at a book, and here, the Three of Pentacles, someone staring at a book, and one's of masculine and one's of feminine energy. And here we have, like, duality, the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon. Libra's reading might have something to do with you. It had a lot to do with the sun and the moon. But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this might have something to do with Libra, because in Libra's reading, I remember saying that the moon controls the tides. And here I'm kind of getting like, this might be, it's funny because sometimes I feel like the masculine is the sun and the feminine is the moon. And then sometimes I feel like the feminine is the sun and the masculine is the moon. But right now we're going to stick with the feminine is the moon right now, because I see here with the feminine kind of looking into the cauldron, I think that's like her thinking about her 10 of Cups. Like, what is her 10 of Cups? What is the 10 of Cups to her? And I feel like here we have the moon, and I also feel like we have the tides. It's like the feminine is the moon. She controls the tides. This is like the feminine energy. And then here, I feel like we have the masculine energy. And the masculine energy to me is like more of the sun, right? And here we have someone who's kind of like, do you see that like their shoulders are on fire, but they're like still very grounded? I feel like this earth, like fire energy would be the masculine, and this wind, water energy would be the feminine. So it's like two people that are kind of mirroring themselves. And here I kind of got a true pair. I would say it's a true pair because we have the Sage and the Crone. And I feel like they're the same, right? They're the same. They're both two people who have mastered the 3D in different ways. Maybe one more intellectually, one more intuitively. But no, that's not normally how I see them. I see them both as like equals. The feminine has mastered the 3D and the masculine has mastered the 3D, both in the same ways, maybe at different times, but both in the same ways. And they both have a staff. Like, you don't get the staff without being powerful. I'm sorry. Like, you know, in the Lord of the Rings, when like some of them have a staff, that time feeling like you can't be Gandalf the Grey. you can't be one of them without the staff. So the fact that you have the staff just means to me like you're very powerful. You have the crow, this person has the wolf, the masculine and the feminine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's like a mirroring going on between the masculine and the feminine, where I feel like both of you have mastered things, like the same things at different times, I want to say. So like you could be mastering the feminine side while they're mastering the masculine side, or you could be working with your feminine energy at this point and they could be working with their masculine energy right now at this point. But there's two people that are definitely like sitting in this energy of the Sage and the Crone, right? Two people who have kind of mastered the 3D and I don't know, just work with a lot of energy, right? You're able to work with a lot of energy. You're able to work with like the new moon, the full moon. Like you're learning how to do that. I feel like the Sage is the King of Earth, so this is the masculine energy. This could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. But yeah, I'm just getting more of like, it doesn't mean that they have to be like an earth energy. I think they're just very stable. It could be that they have a lot of pentacles. It could be that they're doing well in the 3D. It could be like in that aspect. But do you see how this person's like grounded? And I was saying how this person's working with like earth and fire energy. I want to say like this is them. Like this grounded energy. Maybe this is the energy that they're working on and they haven't yet mastered, right? Like how to ground themselves. But I feel like they will master it because they're coming as the King of Earth and the Sage. The Sage has mastered everything, right? So yeah, this is like maybe the last test that they were meant to like, the last test that they needed to do. And maybe the last test that you needed to do was, because we're working with water and air, and I'm getting water and air. So it's like maybe the last test that you had to master was the water and air. Like you're being counseled by spirit. You're working with like your emotions. You're working with receptive energy, right? The feminine energy is receptive. And maybe that's the energy that you're learning to step into. Maybe it's also letting go of time and the illusion of time, right? This Four of Swords to me means, like, screams to me that like the clock is literally in the middle. It screams to me time. So maybe that's something that you're learning to like kind of let go of, the illusion of time, that the fact that you think that time matters in this. Like, of course, 3D realm puts so much significance on time, but is there really, like, this is screaming to me that you don't, like, you're mastering the illusions of time. You're mastering the 3D time. I think time is something like, I think it worries all of us. It's something that like we see. But with the crone, she's an energy of someone who, she's okay with where she's at, with like her age, with everything. Like if there's something here with time and age and like that this person doesn't care about that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what you're learning to master. Like maybe your thoughts on time, maybe your thoughts on your emotions, your feelings on the way things have like gone. And I want to say again, I see this card sometimes as divine timing. Do you see how like everything kind of lines up? Like it all has to line up in divine timing. And I think like you're learning that, like that's something you needed to learn. You needed to learn that like divine timing is, there's no one else's time but divine timing. Like you can plan as much as you want, but if things weren't meant to happen at a certain time, they're not going to happen. And I think that's what you're learning. Like you're beginning to understand. And I feel like you see how like both people are learning to master these energies. There becomes some sort of balance finally, right? Like both of you are able to balance these energies. Tell me more about this King of Cup energy. Yeah, so when I pulled the cards, I got the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. With the Queen of Cups, she kind of came out sideways, maybe even upside down, but I just refused to take her upside down. You know, I have a true pair here, the Queen and King of Cups, and I see with this balance energy, like even if she did come out in reverse, this ending, this masculine and balance, feminine card being at my last card shows me that there will be balance. So even if right now the feminine energy is unbalanced, there will be a balancing out of energies. I have a true pair here. I don't think this isn't the last card for one person to be in reverse. I think that there definitely will be a balance of the situation between these people, because both of these people are coming out. I have the King and Queen of Cups, and I have the Sage and the Crone. Like these two people are a match. And what I think the imbalance, like this balance is going to bring is like an end of options, an end of waiting around, an end of no communication, an ending of these things. I think this is the energy that kind of maybe these people used to deal with. These people used to be in this energy. of not having too many options, not knowing which one to pick, kind of waiting around and not taking action, not communicating. And I feel like that's what's going to end when the balance that this brings ends that. And these two people, yeah, they're a true pair. Like I can't make it up. I can't. If someone's imbalanced right now, there will be balance to the situation. I truly believe that with the feminine masculine balance card. There will be balance to the situation. So this is a beautiful reading, Scorpio. Let's see what the advice is for you guys. I don't know, I felt like there needed to be another animal card. Okay, so what I'm getting is the advice for both of you is, I think the advice for both of you is all three of these. Honestly. Why? I'm feeling with Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted, 63-9. Maybe there was a time, there's like a separation. Maybe these people are not together right now. Maybe you guys are together. Maybe you're not together. Whatever the situation is, when nothing is wasted, it's like people need to... The vulture is the bird that cleans up the carcasses. And without the vulture, it's like an actual necessity in some countries. Like if the vulture is not existent, the whole like ecosystem gets like their whole... It becomes like a disaster, and this is like a very much needed animal in some countries. And I feel like with Vulture Spirit, that's exactly what's like was needed in this relationship. Like there's nothing wasted, there was no time wasted, even apart or together physically in the 3D. If you were apart, like you were never really apart. You're always like a part of each other's hearts, and like you're never apart, and nothing is wasted. Like if you're learning something, then it's not wasted. If they're learning something, then it's not wasted. The time that you spent apart was not wasted. So that's the way that they want you to see this. And it's not even that it wasn't wasted, it's like it was a necessity. Like you needed the time apart. Just like the vulture is a necessity in some countries, like this was a necessity for you to be apart for some time. If you're not together, or if you spend time together, or if you're going to spend time apart, this is like a message to say like it's needed. It's not only like not wasted, it's something that's needed. It's the only way to create unity between both of you is the time apart. That makes sense. And with the cosmic egg, the divine feminine, I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever expanding love. This reminds me of, again, we have the feminine energy here, which we were talking about, like the divine feminine. We're talking about the feminine energy. So this can be for the feminine energy. I hold the universe within me. I'm the force of an ever-expanding love. I also feel, though, like this advice is for both of you in the sense, like yes, the feminine energy can create. Yes, the energy is, like, responsible for life. Yes, that's like a beautiful message, but that's not the message that I want you to get. The message that I want you to get from the cosmic egg is for both of you to understand there's a lot about soul time on this and not about your time. And your time is equivalent to ego time. So the message I'm getting to tell you is like the timing that you have in your head is ego time. The timing that is right is soul time, and that's divine timing. So I think the word is kairos, soul time. And that's what I'm telling you with this, like, nothing is wasted card. It's like things will happen in divine timing and not ego time, and you need to understand that. Unfortunately, that's just the way things work. There's no way that I can, like, you can't make something happen when it's not meant to happen. When it's meant to happen, it will happen. And with the Princess of Mercy, giving is receiving, the energy of the universe is merciful. I think that both of these people have learned a lot from this cycle. Maybe both of you have made errors of judgment. Maybe both of you have made mistakes. And I think the message is for both of you. I don't think this is like strictly, like if someone was hurt in one of these relationships, then the energy is to forgive. But because both of you are sitting in the same energy, I think both of you might have hurt each other. And I think the message is for both of you, like to continue on is learning to forgive. Maybe that's like the last lesson here. Like the balance here comes with forgiveness. Maybe you came out unbalanced, Queen of Cups, because you still haven't realized that you have to forgive. You have to, it's not only that you have to forgive, it's that you have to be forgiven. I think you like, the Queen of Cups came out reversed because this person is yet to understand that, like, they're not the only one that has to give out mercy. This person might think like that their hands are clean and they're not. And I feel like that's why the Queen, and I feel like it's the feminine energy because the feminine energy came out in reverse at the end. And if that, this might not be for all of you, but for some of you, you may feel like, well, I'm the one that has to forgive them. I didn't do anything. And it's like, no. No, the message is no, that both of you have reasons to be forgiven. And this Princess of Mercy, giving is receiving, the energy of the universe is merciful. This forgiveness is for both of you. This is like a new start for both of you, but it came from a lot of errors on both sides. I'm not talking to two people whose hands are clean, two people who've made a lot of mistakes, two people that believe in each other but have made a lot of mistakes. Both, the forgiveness is for both of you. It's not just for one of you. If for the feminine energies who feel like this doesn't apply to them, this might apply to you, and this is why you're in reverse. When you're able to accept the fact that you might need to receive forgiveness as well, I think then this union can happen quicker because mercy is needed on both sides for there to be balance in this. Wow, Scorpio, blew my mind. I love this reading. I love you guys. I hope this helps someone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.